San Jose Strong is excited to present 4 amazing youth activists and their incredible work in our recent South Bay archive.
I think what I love most about the South Bay is diversity of just everything, like of thought, food, people. There's just like all sorts of things and different experiences you can have here. I'd say to me, social activism is just using your voice and standing up for what you believe in any way possible. I'd say the most recent project or event I'm most proud of is definitely the protest that I helped organize this past weekend. We were able to get a decent amount of people, probably nearly 100 people out here to San Jose City Hall to advocate for abortion rights and for women's rights across the board and non-binary rights across the board in response to the overturning of Roe v. Wade. Rather than advocating for only one specific right or one specific project or something like that, I kind of just value respecting all people and their choices to do what they believe is best for themselves. So whether that comes to having an abortion if you believe that's best for yourself, or living in a certain way, having a certain environment or way you choose to grow up, I think that's important that just everyone has the right to choose what they want to do. I'd say I initially got started getting involved with digital design and social media at my school, just being part of BSU and having a position for that. And then during summer of 2020, I actually worked with an organization to create a website to track Black Lives Matter protests. And from there, as that organization isn't together anymore, this summer I worked together with other high school students to plan and organize this most recent protest. To anyone passionate about making a difference in the community, I definitely say just reach out in any way possible. You can just text your friends, help plan something, go on social media like I did, start an organization. There's so many different ways to get involved and to make a difference for what you believe in. I'd say the person that inspires me most to do what I do is probably my dad. Even though we disagree with a lot of things, I'll admit, he always just inspires me to stand up for what I believe in, fight for what I think is right, and speak up for anything I'm passionate about. Even if he does think that I'm in the wrong, he always supports me in standing up and doing what I think is best.
I was born and raised here in San Jose, California, so I've always lived in the South Bay. I've always loved how diverse the South Bay is. There's so many different types of people and cultures. Everyone comes together and can learn from each other, and everyone's super proud of their identity, so it's super cool to see. To me, social activism means taking initiative to create change in your community. What I love most about my organization, Black Girls Mean Business, is how I can create a strong community of Black girls and help support them and uplift them and guide them through their transition from high school into their career. I'm the founder and director of Black Girls Mean Business, which is a free virtual summer business program for Black high school girls all over the country. We provide a series of Zoom workshops on topics ranging from college to financial literacy and entrepreneurship to help them build their business skills and develop their career plan. We also match them with a business professional as a mentor to help guide them and provide them with networking opportunities and resources. A recent project that I'm most proud of is our recent entrepreneurship workshop. We had a speaker from Think Lean teach about the Lean startup method, and the girls were super active in the activities and discussions. They had really innovative ideas, and we got some really great feedback from it. Our organization's main goal is to bring awareness to the extreme lack of representation of Black women in executive business careers, and we'd like to provide equity to Black girls to help kickstart them on their career and help them achieve their full potential. Also just spread awareness about the issues so that the general public is more aware of it. I don't have a specific name that comes to mind, but I've always been really inspired by Gen Z activists, especially on social media. I thought it was really cool how they use the space that they occupy to share issues that they're passionate about, and they hold everyone accountable, which I think is really cool. To those interested in activism, I say to find an issue that you're passionate about and really go for it in your community. People are looking to be inspired and they are looking for someone to follow. So I'd say create a project that you're passionate about and really go for it. If you're interested in the cause that I'm working on, we're accepting volunteers always. You can visit our social media page. It is at Black Girls Mean Business Program on Instagram. To youth and people in my community interested in getting involved in activism, there are always clubs and organizations in our community that you can get involved in. I'd also say to really utilize social media to spread awareness on the issue that you're passionate about. The space that we're in right now is my home, so it's my safe space, but it's also where I created Black Girls Mean Business. Since it's entirely virtual, this is where I come up with all of the workshops and where I lead and everything comes together.
Hi, my name is Taylor. I use pronouns she, her. I'm 18 years old and I'm a youth activist here in San Jose. My history with the South Bay is that it's my home. This is where I grew up. I've been born and raised here. I've lived here for 18 years, gone to school here and everything. And it's the place that I'm most comfortable in. What I love most about the South Bay is just the diversity in people. There's so many different cultures, backgrounds, no two people look the same, and I think it really is dope just to like learn other people's stories and learn other people's backgrounds and histories. And I love meeting a bunch of different people. To me, social activism means standing up for marginalized communities, those who are colored in the LGBTQ community, unhoused folks, which is primarily what I used to work in and still work with, and just standing up for what you believe in with social justice, women's rights. I think it's a broad spectrum. I don't really think that there's a black and white to it. I think that it should be whatever is important to that community, whatever can help them out. And just doing whatever you think is right that would help them out. Work with social activism started about 2 years ago. It started when me and a couple of my friends made an organization which used to be called Hope for the Homeless but is now known as Hope for the Unhoused. In this organization, we primarily did clothing drives, food drives, blanket drives, fundraisers that were all used to help the unhoused community here in San Jose, and then we also used our social platforms to educate those, like in our area. Growing up in San Jose, I always felt like people didn't really understand the unhoused community and were too privileged to like understand why they were in that situation or what could have caused it. So I felt that educating folks was really important. A recent project/event that I'm most proud of is actually the protest that me and 2 other of my friends held this past Saturday on July 9th. It was a protest for reproductive rights. We held it at San Jose City Hall, and we had a pretty good turnout. We had some speeches, which was really cool, and it was just really nice to see our community come together. What I loved most about working with Hope for the Unhoused was that it was youth-led. 90% of our staff and like coordinators and everything were high school students, and now most of us are graduated or in college or something like that. And I just thought it was so amazing to see all these youth minds coming together and working for something that was so important in our community. So the people that have inspired me the most in my social activism work have been 2 of my favorite teachers. The first one, she was my history teacher in sophomore year, and she inspired me to start Hope for the Unhoused. Throughout my whole high school experience, she always supported me and was always there for me. And then my other teacher was my ethnic literature teacher in senior year. He was one of the only teachers that I ever had who really taught about anything other than like the Eurocentric type of education. He taught, about critical race theory and about Native Americans and just a lot of other broad range stuff, and he really inspired me to continue this journey and work with marginalized communities and activate our voices more. If I could give advice to anyone else who wants to work in this space, especially youth, my biggest piece of advice would just be keep going. Ever since I started my organization, I felt like people never took me seriously because I was 16 then and I'm 18 now, so I'm still like a teenager. We would have to get permits from the city and like talk to, adults in scary suits, and it was kind of frightening because they didn't take us as kids seriously. But I think if you show that you're passionate about your work and just keep pushing on, they eventually will take you seriously. And it also doesn't matter because you're always going to have people who back you up. You're going to have this space, this community in San Jose Strong who has been so supportive with our organization specifically and others more. But yeah, I would just say it's very generic, but just keep going. Don't let anybody stop you. If you're passionate about it, just find other people who are like-minded, and you'll get the job done. So Cherry Park is extremely important to me because I've grown up around here my whole life, so it's been a place where I've just come to like hang out with my loved ones and just like get a peace of mind. But in the recent years, Hope for the In-House has held pretty much all of our events here. We've done donation drives, food drives, bake sales, and I feel like it was just a place where we all gathered and like helped each other out and brainstormed, and our events were always really fun for like our whole team just to like hang out and just appreciate our work and stuff like that. So it's always been like it holds a special place in my heart because of that. I could describe myself in 3 words. It would be energetic, strong, and passionate.
Hi, my name is Kalesi, and I am co-lead of Citizens Privacy Coalition within San Jose Strong. So I've grown up in San Jose since I was 6 years old. We immigrated here from Fiji when I was 6, and I've called Campbell/San Jose my home ever since. So what I love most about the South Bay are the friends that we have here, because we don't have a lot of extended family here in California. What I love is just being able to see friends and having them as family. Social activism to me means being in community with people and fighting for a just cause. Within Citizens Privacy Coalition, we're currently doing a series of workshops around the topic of surveillance. Right now, as a committee, our primary goal is to educate our community about the surveillance policies that's enacted in San Jose. One of my most proud moments is CPC's interaction with the Black Leadership Kitchen Cabinet and how we are focusing on rallying up folks against the automatic license plate readers that have been placed in San Jose. I think what I love most about CPC is the people that is in it. One of my best friends is Madhu, and she's one of my co-leads, as well as just meeting new people, and so yeah. I think one of the issues that we're trying to get people to be more aware of are the automatic license plate readers. Most of them are just placed in the East San Jose, which is kind of conflicting due to the fact that a majority of the East Side is filled up with people of color, whereas being placed in Los Gatos or Campbell. So I think 2 people who really inspire me to be able to be in this line of work are Ethan Dodge, who is the founder of CPC, as well as Mary Celestine. An advice that I'd have for people who are trying to be involved in the community is to make use of social media. I think a lot of people are trying to be involved, they just don't know how or where to go, and one of the reasons why I actually got involved was through Instagram and people just reposting events. Yes, so we are in Nirvana Soul in the downtown San Jose location. This setting is important to me just because it is a Black-owned coffee shop, and also it's Black women-owned, and so I really support that, and I'm grateful to see people of color taking up space here.
Thank you so much for turning into the first installment of the South Bay Research Archive, where we showcase Taylor, Kiara, Kalesi, and Rachel's amazing youth activism. If you want to stay informed and all the awesome work going on in our hometown, the South Bay area, then check out sanjose-strong.com so you can see our recent work and happenings while we're revamping our website and getting ready for our app's launch. Thank you so much.